We're live in Studio 2, Drum Percussion Studio. Drum set experience, adult. Troy Jones here to help educate you. All right. We've been talking a lot about accents and taps the last time we visited. We're going to put a little bit of that to use. Well, a lot of that. But one thing I asked you to do at the end of last class, which was the week before spring break, is for you to go over the paradiddle. Make sure you are comfortable with the paradiddle. And if you haven't been able to do that, that's okay. We'll get to it now. But if you were able to do it, it'll make you, it'll help you out a lot with today's class. So, getting into our warm up. You need sticks. You need a pad. You need your brain ready to roll. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. First exercise. Boom, boom. That's really low. Let me raise it up just a hair. There we are. Okay, some accents and taps here, which was the number 1, for example, would read 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. All right, we've done this exercise specifically several times now. So this is just getting us warmed up. Let's get into it. All right, I'm going to turn on a little metronome here. Maybe turn down the tempo just a touch. There we go. Now we're in it. Now we're in it. Let's do it. Number 1, over and over. Right, 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 left, left, left. Right, 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 left, left, left. Accent, accent. 1, 2, let it in. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Accents are at a level 4, which is the loudest volume we'll play, in here at least. It should be very simple, very relaxed, no tension. At level 4 and level 1. To get those taps to speak at a level 1, you need to just close your fingers. Don't squeeze your hand or anything crazy. That creates tension. Just close your hand. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting just nice and comfortable. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just playing to the little drum machine I created. 5, 6, 3, 2, 2. I would play music with you guys, but there are copyright laws, and we have been notified from the Avett brothers that you cannot play certain music when you're recording live or anything like that. So the dude abides. I'll make a little beat up on a drum machine. Should be pretty comfortable about now. Ready and stop. All right, if you look at number 2, it's kind of just, it's the exact same thing, except you're just taking away the and of 1. 1, 2, here's what it sounds like. 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 3. 1, 2, 3. We're building the components for the paradiddle. Get used to the right side, to the left side, the right side, to the left side. Eventually, this should just be a feeling by the time we get there. The sticking is important to say when you're working on a paradiddle. We're not saying it right now because it's not quite a paradiddle yet. But it's important to say the sticking just to get it into your muscle memory. 1, 2, and 3. 4. Right side and left, side and right, diddle left, diddle right, diddle left, diddle right, diddle left, diddle right, diddle left. And a diddle in drum talk is a double. So right, double left, double right, double left. 4, right, diddle left, diddle right, diddle left, diddle. Paradiddle is a really strange word, but it is what it is. 1, 2, ready, and stop. Now putting the whole paradiddle together. We're going to accent each side. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Jump in with me if you're not already. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. You might be asking, why are we learning paradiddles? Why do we learn any of these movements? And if you haven't been around when I've explained it before, it's all about the efficiency and the economy of moving around a drum set. This rudiment specifically will allow you to play things alternating single strokes. Will not allow. Paradiddle, paradiddle, a pair of diddles, a pair of diddles. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So we're implementing a good execution of our accents and taps. Accents level 4, taps level 1. Right, left, left, left. 1, 2, ready, and stop. Not showing off, just got distracted. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to move it to the drum set. All ready, let's go. Let's go ahead and hit it real quick, all right? No, we won't. We won't do that. We're going to play right here because some of you may not have a drum set at home, and I want you to get used to this. So I'm going to add my right foot on the right-handed accents. So we've talked before in class, you can play your bass drum pedal with your heel down and play with your toes like that. If you do that, it's going to put a lot of burn right here because you're flicking with your toes. So to use the front side of your shin, if you step, you got your toes down and then you drop your heel like this, we call that heel up, meaning you have your heel up and then you drop it to play the bass drum. So it's a little bit more movement, but you're also using the back side of your leg. And for most of us, our calf is a lot larger and stronger than the front. So this may be a little bit better for you. Either way works, it doesn't matter. As long as you're tapping the floor. And when we're going to tap the floor, we're going to tap the floor or play our bass drum every time the right hand has an accent. So not so much the left hand, just the right. I'll give you an example. Let me turn the metronome on. Right and the left, and a right and a left, and a paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. A 1, 2, ready, and right, left, left, right, right. Kick, left, kick, left, kick, left, kick, left, kick, left, kick. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left, kick, 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 left, kick, 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 kick. Right side with the kick, left side on its own. Right side with the kick, left side on its own. You can hear the groove in this. This is already funky. Paradiddle is a funky rudiment. It's got a cool sound. So we've got a downbeat and a backbeat, and a downbeat and a backbeat, and a downbeat and a backbeat, downbeat and a backbeat, and the kick is on the downbeat. Downbeat and the backbeat, downbeat and the backbeat. 1, 2, ready, and we're gonna stop now, and we're gonna move to the drum. So the reason I stayed here is those of you that don't have a drum set and you're just working on the pad and you just have a floor, you can do 90% of the work is just making the motion happen. So stay here, take care of that, continue working on it, and we are going to go back to the drums, okay? I've got some music for you while you wait on me. That's for all of you waiting on me. Yes. All right. Now that we've got all this, I have some music here. That. So many things to grab, so many things. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. What we're going to do is implement the paradiddle on the drum set now. Sorry it took so long to get here. The first thing I want to do is just put the right hand on the floor tom and the left hand on the snare. All right? Just for now, just think of the sticking. Don't worry about your feet or anything yet. Let's just play that. Tired of reaching down. Should have done this long ago. 1, 2, ready, and a go. It should be pretty comfortable by now. We've worked on paradiddles a good bit. 1, 2, ready, and stop. So every time you come to a right-handed accent, I want you to hit the bass drum just like this. 1, 2, here I go. Ready, and stop. So notice I'm still using my accents. You do not want all these to sound the exact same volume. On different exercises, you can do that, but for now, we want these accents to really pop because they're creating the feel, they're creating the groove. Okay? 1, 2, same thing, go. Two, 1, 2, go again. And last time, ready, and okay? Don't want you to change anything with the rhythm, anything with the accents and the taps. Only thing I want you to do is move your right hand to the ride cymbal. This is going to change the way you hear this rudiment. Try not to be distracted by the sound. think of the sticking. Think of what you already know about the rudiment. Just let the sound kind of be in the background. Don't let it throw you off so much. Let's work with it. 1, 2, ready, and. Right, left, right, right, left, 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 right. 1, 2, ready, stop. 2, again. 1, 2, ready, and go, and 1. All right. Now we're going to move the right hand to the hi-hat. Your hands are going to cross now, so it might feel a little strange. You don't want the hands to cross too much at the edge of the stick. So if your hi-hat's too far away, you might want to pull that in to where your hands cross closer to this seat is really, closer to the base of the hands. So less crossing out here, because then you're going to hit your sticks. You cross in here, you're less likely. You get more rotation. See, like that. You do that there. So think of it like this. The hands should be pretty tight. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. That is a funky groove right there. The funkier the better when the accents pop and the taps are really soft. Heard that somebody's doing about 1 million miles an hour down Lawrence Road. You're gonna get him. Make sure your bass comes right with the right-handed accent. Kick, kick, kick. Don't be distracted by the sound. Think of the sticking. Now that you're crossed over, it could be weird. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. So we're doing this a lot because it's the muscle memory we're trying to build. So we're in class, we're here to work. Let's work. All right, now move your hands to the 2 tones. Right hand on the low tone, left hand on the high tone. Same thing, just the same way. Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Hypnotic feel to it, the sound between the toms like that, and that sound source is really helpful on a paradiddle because you can hear the melody in the rhythm. Okay, now we have the right-handed accent with a kick. and the left hand accent is all on its own right now. In this example with the toms, it was just on the high tom. So let's make this thing really groove. And the one thing we're going to do is we're going to put the left-handed accent right here on the snare. Watch first. 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, man. That is some serious funky groove. All right, let's try it together. 2, 1, 2, ready, and right back. Cool. So hopefully you're getting more and more comfortable with the paradiddle. All we're doing is we're accenting the downbeat with a bass drum and the backbeat, which is the left side of the paradiddle, accent on the snare drum. Very common groove. I mean, super common. All right. Next thing I want to do is create a little bit of form out of this thing. So let's do like we had done before, an A section on the hi-hat, the B section, let's do the ride cymbal, and then the C section where we played the toms. So I'll play it first, all right? We'll play each section and stop. So I'll do it 4 times first, hi-hat, 4 times on the ride, 4 times with the toms. 1, 2, just watch if you want. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, reposition to the right, ready, go. Reposition to the toms and go. Third time, 4th time, and stop. Go to the hi-hat now. Let's all do this together. A couple times. 1, 2, A section, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right cymbal. 1, 2, 3. To the top, 2, ready, 4, and stop. Sorry, I did it without a break. Let's do a break in between so you can regroup and get to the next place. A section. 1, 2, ready, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, ready, and stop. To the ride cymbal. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and stop. To the toms. 1, 2, ready, play, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. To the hi-hat. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 1, 2, ready, and 4, ready, and stop to the toms. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, ready, and stop. One more time through the whole sequence, but no stopping in between. Go straight to it. So that right-handed accent at the new section will be on the ride cymbal, and then it'll be on the tom. Okay? 1, 2, ready, and hi-hat, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, go to the right. 3, 4, 2, go to the tom. Cool. So similar to the, I hope you get this. It's a lot of drum bit there. Okay. So we're getting a lot of practice on this paradiddle. If any of this is too much, it's moving too quickly, that's cool. This is recorded. You can go back. You can take your own time, your own pace. Similarly to a regular class, if you have these things in your notes, if you took notes, if you took pictures, you'd have a whole week to work on this stuff. So we talk about it now. I show you the different ways to apply it, and then you take it home. You break it down at your own pace, your own speed, and do what works. If you're just on a pad and you don't have a kit, it's totally cool. Just work on the mechanics and then speed it up. That's the whole name of the game. Before we separate, I want to show you one cool little thing you can do with this, similar to how we do it on the toms, and then we play the backbeat on the snare. Just like that. A really cool way to utilize this is the right hand on the ride and the left hand on the hi-hat. So now you have two metal things going, and then put the snare drum in the middle on the left-handed accents. Got a cool little flavor. Also, one thing you can practice if you really want to go ham on this thing, every time your right hand plays anything, play a bass drum. I'll just show you on the hi-hat and the snare drum here, this one. That gets pretty funky. So not to overload anyone, but I just want to make sure that if anyone has, if they're trying to go further, go further. If you need to back it up, and then maybe you can get to this point by day 5 or something. I'm gonna put this up here because this is the paradiddle. If you want to screenshot this now, you can, or if you want to write this down. But this is what we did. It's the 4th one of the warm-up. This is the right hand, left-hand side of the paradiddle. I put a little marker here so you could see where the kick would go right under the right hand. Other than that, it's just this hand-to-hand accent pattern. Super easy, harder to do. So that is the #1 reason we played a lot today, just to get it into our hands. Okay? Hope I'm not rambling. I miss all y'all still. Wish we could be doing this in person and I could answer any of your questions. Feel free to email me personally. You can email me. That's the best way. Don't call me, just email me. And email the studio. We can always help. And I'll send this in an email so you guys have the notes for today and how to kind of implement it. All right? Okay. If that's all we got, that's all we got. I'm going to just do a second. So if we're done, you're totally cool to go. I'm going to play this paradiddle the same way we just did, just for a little outro, just to show you how you can kind of utilize it. This whole thing I'm about to do is all right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Nothing will change. It's just the hands are the same. Maybe I change the bass drum to play with some of the right hands, maybe. All right? Those are just a couple options. That's all a paradiddle. I'm done messing around. Just to show you, get comfortable with it, see what you can do with it. The whole goal is to explore the space. Explore the space. Until next time, peace.